Do your bird photo backgrounds look like this or this, but you want them to look like this or this? In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things I wish I knew sooner about getting a great background. Hi, I'm Sonia from Flying Parrot Photography, chasing light, feathers, and a little bit of magic. My first tip is that not all places with birds are good for bird photography. Tall trees, areas with very dark shadows and heavily dappled light, thick forest or bush as we say in Australia. These are all very challenging places to get a shot. Instead, look for more open areas where you have a clearer view and can position yourself at the edges of trees. Places with potential perches, such as fallen logs or branches where birds might land. Anywhere with fruit or flowers down lower is ideal. And don't think you have to go into the wilds. Gardens and parks can provide excellent places for bird photography. One thing I vastly underestimated when I first started bird photography was the power of positioning. It's amazing the difference it can make moving one way or the other, even just by 30 centimetres or so. If you want my full step-by-step background process with everything from field skills to metering to editing, check out my upcoming Beautiful Background Masterclass, linked below. I always look to utilise distant land or background objects to add some softly blurred colour, which can elevate the background from boring to beautiful. I'm always checking to see if I can move even just a little bit to get a better background. Getting into the habit of checking everything in the frame before you hit the shutter is enormously valuable. I can't stress this point enough. Another thing I've learned is that less is so much more, and it's best to move on if you're not in a good position with a nice background. I used to just keep shooting, hoping that one of those cluttered background wrong position shots would magically turn out okay, but sadly that just doesn't happen. Birds are always on the move, and the more time you spend on the wrong setup, the less time you'll have to find the right one. And it saves you the rather depressing task of having to delete a whole heap of really average shots when you get home. All right, now it's bonus tip time. You don't always need a super clean background to get a great shot. Sometimes those little details in the scene can actually make things more interesting. A fun way to practice this is by going for small in-frame shots. They're easy, they're creative, and you don't need to be right on top of the bird or lugging around a giant lens to make it work. It's all about looking for opportunities for an artful arrangement between the bird and the background and finding complementary elements that add to the story rather than detracting from it. Shooting small in frame trains your eye to pay as much attention to the background as you do the subject, and before you know it, you'll be lining up beautiful backgrounds with ease. Happy birding and talk to you soon.